talk about the excitement of signing day and bringing in these 7 young ladies or 8 young ladies into your program.
Yeah, it's an exciting week. We get to play in the postseason, and this team was built for this from the beginning, and we're excited about the opportunity. Although we have a really tough first round game, but it's that time of year. It's November, and now we get to sign the future. So it's fun. It's exciting to think about the future while we're living in the now for sure. And this is going to be a great class. We're going to graduate a lot of good players, and these guys are going to be a welcome addition.
Caroline Krosniak, I know you're very excited about her, somebody that Coach Allen was pretty familiar with, and somebody that you think can make a big impact from the Houston area.
Yeah, Nick's known her for quite a while, and we're good friends with Danny and all the Albion coaches. They do a fantastic job developing their players. They're hard workers. They're ready for college when they get here. That's what's really important about a lot of the clubs that you work with, is they've got to be known to produce college players that don't need 2 years to be ready to play, and these kids, they do from Albion. CK's an attacking mid, I think, for us, and a forward. Super skillful, very creative, absolutely works her tail off. She fits so much of the way our team is, a lot of grit, and yet also has a lot of special qualities on the dribble, around the goal, that are going to make, I think, her transition to college soccer pretty seamless.
Another in-state product, and obviously a club you're very familiar with, both personally and professionally. Obviously, your daughter plays for Dallas as well, but obviously going out to Dallas and bringing in Lauren Alvarez, a midfielder from the Dallas area.
Yeah, Lauren's somebody we targeted since she was 12. She was the best holding mid, I think, in Texas on many occasions, and kind of has reached a level where she was just a disruptor, physical, terrific in the air, really tough to deal with when her team has made a lot of their runs in the summer with ECNL. She's been a key component to shutting down the other team's best player, but she's gotten a lot better than that in the last couple of years, way better on the ball, carries it extremely well, but has that fighting spirit that you've seen from our players, and is a fierce competitor. Lauren is someone that the opposing team's attacking mids do not generally like playing against.
Sounds good to us. Now we'll keep it kind of in the family with a familiar name, and Maddie Neves, obviously sister of Sophie, family you've gotten to know pretty well, bringing Soph into the portal, or in from the portal. What do you like in Maddie's game as you're bringing in another skilled forward from the state of Utah?
Yeah, Maddie's a great story. She showed up at our camp. Nobody called us ahead of time to tell us this superstar was coming. We hadn't seen her play in games prior to that. She won every award at camp. She's going against a lot of our kids that were already committed and were coming to us, so she had competition versus the college players who were coaches in the stuff that they competed with each other on. She had an opportunity to go against players that were already coming here, and she just was a shining star the entire 3 days. The kid can score goals. She runs with the ball extremely well. Very dangerous outside the box, scores from a lot of different places. Is one of the more exciting goal scorers that we saw all year, or for the last 2 years. And we can't wait to get her here because her ball striking is at an elite level at the youth level. And I think we'll see her learn a little bit more about finishing while she's here, hopefully, and grows her game in that capacity. But Maddie Neves is somebody that we have been eager to get here and to join her sister Sophie, who's been fantastic since she arrived on campus. So we can't wait. We can't wait to get her here. When someone comes to camp, you can't talk to them about please come here. You just hope they have a great time. And so the gap time between camp and when we could talk to her was pretty significant. And when we spoke to her, it turns out she'd had a great time, loved meeting our players, and it turns out it was a big selling point for us. And we're excited when she committed.
Another Maddie in the full, little different spelling, obviously, but an equally as talented goal scorer, Flower Mound, Solar ECNL, another club that you're very familiar with. What do you like in Maddie Patterson?
I mean, Maddie's the first word for Maddie is explosive. It's hard to compare her to most forwards that we see because her explosiveness is next level. She can go 0 to 60 like the fastest EV that you could find. This kid can absolutely motor, and sometimes the really fast players struggle with composure around the goal, especially at a young age. But she's a finisher. She's a goal scorer, big time competitor. And the first time I saw her play, I was like, eyes wide open at the way she just runs by defenders, scored the winning goal in the game I went to, and we wanted her ever since. So, her coach, Mr. Coach Byers, who's a famous soccer family out of Dallas also, has done a great job developing her, and it's a Solar player that's going to help us for sure.
Another player that I know you're excited about, somebody that's been committed for a long time, I think one of the first commits in this year's class, Mia Wiley outside of Austin, Sting Austin, a club that you and Nick are very familiar with.
Just so that we're accurate in our description, Lauren Alvarez was the first commit. She'd be upset if I didn't give her credit for that. We told her we're going to build a class around her, and Mia is an unbelievable part of that class that we built, and is a special one because she's physically gifted and really smart, high IQ. She could play anywhere in the back and anywhere in midfield. Her set piece abilities are extraordinary for a young player, and she just sees the game and is going to be really good in our possession game, and dynamic, is not easy to read about what she's up to. And I think when she gets to the college environment, she's going to really blossom. So this is someone we're really counting on making a difference her freshman year.
You obviously graduated goalkeeper this year in Faith Wynn, who's been very successful here. You bring in another one from the high school ranks. What do you and Blair like about Cooper Dick's game?
We're going to have a really good goalkeeper room next year, despite, graduating an all Big 12 goalkeeper, Faith Wynn, who's been fabulous for us. But Cooper just showed us in everything that we saw of her and all of Blair's evaluations that she has the qualities we're looking for. Good hands, explosive, can get to balls you're not supposed to. She makes saves that you think are going in, has a big personality, tons of confidence. We love that about her. And, it takes a lot to be a goalkeeper in college. It's a big jump. For the goalkeepers, it might be the biggest jump many times from youth to college. But she's going to make it quickly, and under the tutelage of Blair Quinn, she's going to grow. And he's the best, and she's eager to learn.
You guys have spread far and wide. Obviously, you have your Dallas, Houston, Colorado roots. You're going a little further west this time, going out to Hawaii in Logan Pang, an outside back that I know you guys are very excited about.
Yeah, Blair and I first saw her with her rush team, her Colorado rush team in California at the GA event. They're now in ECNL. And the first 5 minutes that I saw her, I'd seen that team play a bunch, and she wasn't ever there because she has to fly in from Hawaii to play. And we were like, who is this? Who is this? And their coaching staff, a couple guys I coached actually back in my time there, they were like, yeah, it didn't take you long to notice her. Logan is lefty. She's a special player. Incredible technical ability, loves the game, loves to get forward. She's a left back probably by trade, but I've seen her play a bunch of different places. And I think, physiologically she's already ready for college. And we can't wait to get Logan here. Obviously, we're graduating a pretty good outside back in Macy Blackburn. So Logan's going to fill some real need for us. And I think also add a bit of flair and a bit of technical ability that you don't see from most outside backs. And we've had some tremendous ones. We have two phenomenal ones right now, and not to mention Jaylene Hinkle and Whitney Sharp. And the list goes on of outside backs that we've recruited that have gone on to play professionally. And Logan's got a bright future ahead of her.
And then last but certainly not least, Highland Park product. Reese Liner, I know you're excited about Reese and maybe what she can do for your program going forward.
Yeah, she's a 6-footer, tremendous in the air, great defender. Those things are givens for Reese, but the thing that will make our fans and our team and our locker room, I think, beam with pride is she's such a competitor. This young lady hates to lose. You see it in every game. She's a fighter, she's a battler, and all in, committed to her game. Even the few times that we've got to give her some feedback, she's taken it in. She's probably taking notes for all I know over the phone. But this is a young lady who has leadership qualities for a 17, 18-year-old that you don't normally see. It's leadership in college is hard. It's harder than it's ever been. And when you find somebody that's already exhibiting those leadership qualities and not afraid to exhibit them, willing to speak up, willing to hold people accountable, willing to hold herself accountable, that's what you're getting at Reese. Great family. And just a group, a young lady that I've watched since I think she was 13. And we're dying for the opportunity to pick up the phone and call her on June 15th. She made us wait a little bit for her commitment, but certainly once she gave it, she's been an all-in Red Raider ever since, and we can't wait to get her here.
You guys have done very well with people enrolling early. You bring in, 8 players and 6 of them are enrolling early. How important is that, and what do you see from Lauren, Mia, Reese, CK as you call her, Maddie Neves and Cooper Dick that will help maybe get them here in the spring and will help them once you turn to 2026 next fall?
Well, first of all, it's not for everybody. Everyone should not go early. Some are not ready. They're not ready to leave home. They're not ready academically. They're not ready from an independent standpoint and a maturity standpoint, and they need to stay home. And we've had All-Americans that didn't come early. We've had All-Americans that did come early. So I don't think it's a statement on who they're going to become. It's just the transition to what's going to happen in August and September is way easier for the 6 that are coming early. The good news is the 2 that are not coming early are going to be more than fine. One's like a racehorse ready to go. That's Patterson, and Logan Payne is just a special player. So they're going to be fun. Chloe Soto didn't come early. Worked her way through the non-conference season and was playing regular minutes by Big 12. So there's examples on both sides of it. But what they're going to get is the weight room, the nutritionist, the sports psych, the coaching, 6 college games where we have unlimited substitutions so everybody can play. They're going to have a transition that's going to be able to take 4 months. It helped Raleigh, for sure. It helped Sam when Sam came and was freshman of the year that fall season. And they're going to get that experience. And also they're going to see what the standard is. And they're going to see what the culture is. And they're going to see what leadership looks like. And they're going to have decisions to make in that time period about how badly they want to be in that. Because when you come early, you have a slow cook opportunity to get where you need to be. And you also have a lot of opportunities to find out how you're going to fit in this team and how you're going to make us better. Because we don't want any of these freshmen coming in to just survive. We're not asking them to come in and just wait their turn. We're asking them to come in and rock the boat. Get on the field. These guys are all good enough to play, and the ones that come early will have a immediate maybe shock to their system, but will transition nicely and be ready for August.
Then lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask for just overall thoughts on the class, what you, Blair, Nick, Charlotte, and the whole coaching staff are looking for when you assembled this class.
Well, what's nice about it is Nick had his hand in certain ones, took the lead, identified them, said this is somebody we need to go after. Charlotte, same. And especially in the 27 class, Charlotte very active in identifying those. Blair, obviously goalkeepers, but field players. Myself as well. We were all involved. And so this is a nice combination of all the things that each one of us saw out on the fields and then brought each other to go, hey, come look at this one, come look at this one. That's been a fun collaboration. And I've got such a smart group of coaches. They know exactly what Red Raider soccer needs to look like. And we're not going to go off script to find someone that we don't think fits off the field, academically or on the field. They've got to be all in all those categories. And so that's been fun about this class. But the most important thing is I think they feel need. And in some classes, you're literally loading up at a certain position because people are graduating. There's need here. And this class was told, and it's true, that they have a real opportunity to make a difference as a freshman, which is a unique opportunity on a pretty good team. Is you don't always get that right away. You're waiting. And these guys don't have to wait because if they do what we think they're going to do, they can make a splash as a freshman and get their opportunities to show our fan base and our coaches and, more importantly, their teammates what they're made of.
Obviously, excited for next year's class, excited to see what next year brings, but still a lot of work left to do here in the season, and it starts Friday night at John Walker Soccer Complex. Fort Walker right behind us with UTSA. Coach, best of luck Friday night. We'll see you then, and congratulations on bringing in another great class.
Thanks. Wreck 'em.